I was always the energetic guy, positive guy, walked into a room and carried the energy with me. But for about 8 months, a year before I discovered Limitless, I just felt flat. No energy, tougher to get out of bed in the morning, not super excited about all the stuff that I always like to do, just a lot less passion. And the biggest thing I found was, my positivity wasn't really there, my energy wasn't really there. I just didn't feel like myself.
So when I first met Tyler, he looked like a shell of a person. Very flat affect, almost on the verge of tears throughout the conversation. We were like kind of his last hope. So he'd been struggling for a long time, and you could tell it was wearing him down. He's a relatively young man in his 30s that looked twice his age. He'd seen a lot, been through a lot, and he'd been struggling for a long time, and you could tell.
It got to a point where, I was super negative, and my wife, one of the things that attracted her to me was my positivity and my energy that I carry. And she was frustrated with me, and she's like, "You're just not yourself. Like, something is off with you." And I have felt like this before shortly, but it never lasted as long as it had. So I'd heard about the commercials, I'd seen the commercials on social media about Limitless Male, and I resisted it for a while, and then one day I was like, that's it, I can't do this anymore. There's gotta be something wrong, something's off, it doesn't feel right, I need to have a conversation with somebody. And if these people can help me get back to where I need to be, it's worth it.
When Tyler first came in, one of the things that I really could just see right off the bat is he just looked defeated. He was a pretty unremarkable looking guy. He wouldn't stand up straight. He didn't really seem to really want to be here. But very quickly he opened up about his experience and his problems, and I related to him on a personal level. We both deployed to Afghanistan at the same time, so we both have been through the same really traumatic experience that a combat deployment can be on a young man.
I made the appointment on my own, went in, nervous, sitting there. Wasn't really sure how I was gonna explain to my wife that I was doing a hormone therapy. And so the first couple weeks, man, when I went in, I was nervous, not sure if I was making the right decision, but then when I found out how low my testosterone levels were, the PA in the clinic was like, dude, no wonder, like it all makes sense why you feel the way you do, and we're gonna get it fixed. I really feel like society doesn't embrace men's mental health very well. And I've never really suffered with mental health or struggled with it. But at that point, I really was. And so when I went to the clinic, I didn't know what to expect. And as men, I think there's a lot of things, like I'm not comfortable discussing even with my doctor. Sometimes doctors can be a little stuffy or, intimidating to tell your issues to. And so when I went in, what I found is everyone is super professional, but everyone is also super personable. And it really fostered an environment of kind of trust. And as cheesy as that sounds, like I feel like I can be honest about what I'm really dealing with instead of, yep, everything's fine, man, feeling great. I've been able to really talk about some things that actually stress me out. And it's like if you've had overcast for weeks, and then you go in and you get all this stuff off your chest and off your shoulders, you walk out and all of a sudden the sun's shining. And that's been an amazing weight off my shoulders.
So seeing his success and seeing him be happy again and have that sparkle in his eye, it does something to us here. It drives us to come in every day. We want to do this for every single guy we possibly can. So seeing him succeed and become the best version of himself has just been so rewarding.
I felt like a terrible father because I wasn't getting off the couch to go enjoy things with my kids. They'd ask me to plan, like, we'll do it tomorrow. I don't have the energy today. We'll do it tomorrow. And now the energy that has come back has really been felt not just with my kids, but with my wife. She notices that I'm super positive now. I don't come home just in a bad mood or coming home from work and complaining about how tired I am. I come home and I still have energy to go do the things that I should be wanting to do and should be doing with my kids, with my wife, and they're all super appreciative of the attitude that's come back.
It can be easy in medicine to lose focus of what's important, and that's living life. Not just trying to extend it, but actually living every day. And one of the things that Tyler recently reminded me of was how he wasn't living before. He was existing, sure. He was going through the motions, but before he started his treatment here and before he came to our clinic, he wasn't himself. And now that I get to see the real Devin, the real Tyler, and see the man that he is, for his country, for his family, for his community.
If you've seen the commercials, if you've thought about it, if it's something you heard about but thought, nah, that's not for me, or no, that's not something I could do, I'm telling you, These guys make it super comfortable, super approachable. It's not intimidating at all. You know, you walk into the clinic, you don't know what it looks like on the inside, and that can naturally be intimidating. But these guys make it super comfortable. And one of the best decisions I ever made was going and seeing these guys at Limitless.
He recently told me how many other guys are out there just struggling, you know, don't know what to do. And that's what we do. We help them